How many days out are we from the marathon today?
12 days out. We've gone through that roller coaster of every single emotion in the past 2 weeks, and even today, which has been difficult to experience. I went from being really excited, having run just about 600-mile weeks back to back and feeling really good about where my fitness was, to having a little injury flare up and being stressed that I wasn't even going to be able to get on the starting line, to okay, I'll get to the starting line, but I'm not going to be at 100%. I had in my mind like another 2 weeks of 100 miles and hitting my workouts and really coming into this race feeling like I had done everything, and so I'm going to be ready to run well, which is not always the case. So 2 weeks ago, I had a huge long run I was really excited to come off of, where I ran 22 miles at 5:45 pace, my longest run of my life and also my fastest run of my life. And so I did the rookie mistake that a lot of people will do. When things are going good, I wanted to get more. So Sunday, the day after that long run, I decided I was going to go for 11 in the morning, went for a beautiful hike with my girlfriend, and then was going to squeeze out a 4-mile double, because that was going to get me to another 100-mile week. And looking back at it, 96 miles and 100 miles doesn't change my fitness level. Got my 4 miles in, felt great. The next morning my Achilles felt tight, and then Tuesday morning I was supposed to wake up and run a workout, and I could tell if I were to run that day, I would do more damage to my Achilles than anything.
Nope. First 6 was like 5:21 to 5:24.
Then the 7th mile, got a little excited. I was feeling a little too good. Ran like 5:14. Needed to reel it back into like 5:25. That 8th mile, and then 9 and 10 were kind of letting it go a little bit more. 5:10, 5:05. So after not being able to run or work out for 2 weeks, having to be in the pool and on the bike, that feels good and is reassuring that fitness just didn't disappear.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that I appreciated the most, or it made me the most excited about the marathon. All throughout my career, in high school, college, professionally, I would say there was an expectation, and I don't think there actually was. I don't think there's many people at home that sit there and go, oh, like, if Jeff doesn't run this time in this race, like, he's failed. But I would say that internally, that if I didn't do X, Y, and Z, like, I would be a failure. And I think the marathon is so different from anything that I've ever done that there isn't that expectation internally, and that makes me more excited that I can just kind of shoot for whatever I want to shoot for, and I don't have to stress about feeling like a failure afterwards. Training with a team is great, but it's also a little bit more difficult scheduling wise if you're working full-time like I am, because you have to work around everyone's schedules, and so it's not the easiest at times as a full-time professional in the workspace. So there are parts of training by myself that I prefer because there's that flexibility, but there are parts of training with the team that I miss. One of my favorite parts of training by myself now is I get to take my easy days as I please, and a lot of that is time spent running with my girlfriend, which I really enjoy. We get to just kind of go run around, this beautiful place we call our home, and see the sights, but also not have the stresses of like upholding the expectations of those on your team. I'm not going to call this race a comeback to professional racing, because I'd rather focus on it as a comeback to my love of running. That was something that I'd really lost in my final year racing professionally on the track. Things that the pressure, the stress that I put on myself, it wasn't fun the way that it should be. And the way that things ended with Tim Man Elite really kind of soured my relationship with running. There was October, November, December last year where I'd go on a run and I'd get bothered and worked up by how things should transgressed, and I'd finish the run just kind of pissed off and angry. And I wanted to get back to enjoying running the way I did when I was in high school, when I was in college, when I first moved to Boulder. I love the ritual of getting up every morning and going for a run and feeling like, all right, I've started my day and I've accomplished something that makes me happy. And I had lost that. This race has given me the opportunity to find that again in my life in a way that I can fully own as my own experience, and not have to have it tainted by any outside experiences or outside emotions that I've had over the past year. So to come back to my love of the sport.